Everyone, it's Giselle here with a message for today, and today I want to talk about happiness and how it is vital to be happy in the moment right now. And I was really pushed to talk about this today because I just did a healing with a lady, and basically her life is not going great, and she just, as a final question for her reading to close it off, she said to me, "When am I going to be happy?" And so I said to her, "Look, I know that your life has shown you a lot of pain and negativity, especially with your most recent circumstances that have transpired. But if you cannot be happy now, or at least find a little bit of joy in your life, then happiness is going to seem like this elusive thing that is just impossible to achieve. And really, it isn't, but it's really hard to find it when you are just looking outside of yourself, which really is in all the wrong places." And I know it sounds cliche, and I know that if you're not ready to hear this kind of message, it's extremely frustrating. And I'll hold my hands up, I'll admit, this wasn't easy for me before either. But once you are in a place of neutrality, once you've given up feeling sad, and you think, okay, do you know what? I've been sad, I've been through a lot of difficulty, but I'm over it now. I'm ready to have a change of scenery. I just can't cope with being unhappy anymore. Then something will shift. And you can't focus or force yourself to feel differently. And sometimes, it's okay, well, most of the time really, it's okay to be authentic in the moment. So if you do feel sad and you want to cry, then allow that to come out. But realize that every day is a new day, and you can start over. And if you're unable to make yourself happy today, then at least try from scratch, try again tomorrow. But happiness is not this elusive thing that we are constantly chasing. It's not this, once I'm happy, sometime in the far future, which I can't even imagine when, then things will be okay. No. You somehow need to get yourself to a realization that being happy is something that is needed right now. It's not elusive. It is attainable. But you just have to put the work in. And I know that it may seem impossible, and you're like, how in the world am I going to work on being happy if all I've ever known is contrast and feeling dark and sad and depressed? And I empathize with you, I really do. I have known hard times, even though from my energy now you may be thinking, well, she sounds pretty satisfied with her life. Yes, I am. But it took me hard work and persistence and perseverance to get me here. It didn't just happen overnight. And so I want you to feel encouraged and to understand that if I can do it, so can you. And I believe in you, and I encourage you. And I'll give you a few tips now, if you're willing to give it a chance, that this could really help you to shift, even ever so slightly, because the smallest baby steps can lead to the greatest happiness of all, and the secret to being truly happy and fulfilled is being happy within yourself, through self-love and self-acceptance, and then also knowing how much you are truly worth, and eventually recognizing your own power. But of course, that's maybe, a tall order, and don't expect that to happen overnight. But you will see that this is attainable. So step one is to try to change your perspective. If you are feeling negative most of the time, try to feel neutral most of the time by not focusing on the negativity, but to actually be in a state of hopefulness and ask yourself questions. But what if things were different? What if something amazing did happen today? What if my life could turn around in the blink of an eye? What if an event manifested itself where my life can be completely transformed? And the second step is gratitude. And you may probably think, well, what have I got to be grateful for? Even the smallest and simplest thing that you have to be grateful for, can't be taken for granted, such as maybe a nice cup of tea, or the sun shining, or, you waking up in a beautiful, soft, comfortable bed. Anything really. List 3 things today that you are grateful for. And I would say another tip is to recognize that you must have manifested things in the past that you were really surprised by, but also in awe and inspired by, no matter how small. Something that you've wanted must have come to pass at some point in your life, even if they later on may have looked like they weren't as they seemed. Perhaps you did manifest a beautiful relationship that eventually didn't work out, but at the time when it first started, it was something beautiful and something amazing. Maybe you found the perfect pet who loves you unconditionally and keeps you company. And you, in your feeling down, maybe take it for granted. But don't forget that they are there to love you. Or perhaps you feel in some area of your life, whether that's your job or maybe you have a hobby that you really love, you feel a sense of accomplishment and a sense of fulfillment. So those things, no matter how small they are, may be, manifestations that you have drawn to you. And so realize that you have managed to do that before, and you can do it again. And you will do it again. But the most important thing, I feel, is to realize that happiness is not something to be sought in the far future, but something that can happen to you right now in this very moment. And that you should cherish even the smallest moments of happiness. Just cherish even the most smallest insignificant thing that makes you smile. No matter how small, know that it is there. It's a true spark of happiness. And the more that you can live in the moment and be happy right now, the more consistent it will become, the more easy it will be to maintain, the less elusive it will seem to attain, and then you'll wake up one day realizing, hold on, I've been happy for a solid week. This is awesome. Let me see if I can do it for longer. And slowly but surely, your dreams come to you. And you may be wondering, what has this got to do with this channel and the Twin Flame journey? Everything. It's everything. I hope that this message has helped you, and if you would like to connect with me, then my details are in the link. Thank you for your support. Thank you for new clients coming to me. Thank you for my loyal clients. You guys are awesome. I love life, and I wish you all to feel this way. And yeah, just make all your dreams happen because you can do it. I believe in you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.